Federal NDP Leader Jack Layton is pushing for the federal government to make a contract signed during the 2006 mining takeover of Xstrata and others like it public. Layton, along with Sudbury MP Glenn Thibeault and Nicobel MP Claude Gravel, will be attending a town hall-style meeting this evening for laid-off Xstrata workers, where they'll not only be talking about the layoffs but ways to ease the pain caused from the economic downturn.
When these firms took over the mines here in Sudbury, they signed contracts with the federal government. Our federal government doesn't make them public. That's ridiculous. At a time like this, we need to know what's in those contracts. And we're calling on the minister to release them so that we can have some understanding of what the requirements are. Because it's very clear that in the case of Xstrata, the commitment for 3 years of employment with no layoffs has not been met.
The federal government needs to ensure that the Investment Canada Act that monitored this contract between Xstrata and the federal government is followed, because we don't want to set precedent that allows other foreignly owned companies off the hook in terms of what they said they're going to be doing, and that's no layoffs for 3 years. So that's in Sudbury and right across the country. We want to ensure that's followed.
The NDP say they have solutions that could be implemented immediately to help Canadians during these tough times. They include changes to the employment insurance program, like eliminating the 2-week waiting period one has to wait after being laid off before they can apply for EI, making federal infrastructure money more easily available to start building affordable housing and creating national childcare.
There's a lot of hoops out there that unfortunately laid-off workers will have to worry about paying their bills and qualifying for EI, which is something that's very unfortunate because they've been paying into it. We had one person walk into our office. He had 699 hours. You need 700 to qualify. He was flat out refused. Flat out refused.
The federal government has really failed to deliver on this infrastructure stimulus that we need, and the concern we've been raising is they're requiring the municipality to match the money if they're to get the money. Well, in speaking with Mayor Rodriguez this morning, and mayors all across the country, they're saying we haven't got the funds to match the federal dollars. They're the ones who need to bring that money into our communities. We'll put it to good use. We'll get the projects on the go. We'll make sure people are hired, and that will mean that some of the people experiencing layoffs would be able to stay in the community and get some good work. But if the federal government keeps this requirement on that you've got to match their money before they'll allow it to flow, they're making a big mistake, and the stimulus will fail.
In the meantime, the NDP will be fighting to have Xstrata workers paid for the remaining 7-week gap left out in negotiations between Xstrata and the union. Northern Life will have more on this story tomorrow. Mandy Hargrave, northernlife.ca.